Hi everyone, this is Shannon Shy. Welcome to another installment of Q&A with Shannon about OCD recovery. I hope you all liked the first installment of the Motivation Mondays with Shannon. That series will continue. In the meantime, I will continue the Q&A series and probably just speak on different topics here and there. So, to today's question. I'm implementing my strategy, but the thoughts are still here. I'm having successes, but I am so tired of dealing with this disorder. It's exhausting. When will I start to feel better? How long will it take? Anonymous. I know it's exhausting. And I hear these questions a lot. I don't blame sufferers to want peace as soon as possible. And as much as we might want to be free from OCD's torment, right? Being in this hell pit. I think most people know that it doesn't happen immediately, right? Um, we know that there is no quick fix to solve this problem, right? Unlike strep throat, with OCD, you just can't take a pill for 10 days and the problem is solved. It is a journey. Once the sufferer is resigned to this fact, then the natural follow on question is okay, if I do the things that make OCD weaker, how long will it take? And again, I hear this a lot. So, um, I think most people in the know, like most therapists, will tell you don't worry about how long it takes. I think that is the correct answer, but it's only part of the answer, right? The helpful rest of the answer is how and why. Or let's reverse that. Why and how? Why is it important not to worry about how long it takes? And how do I do that? So, in my own recovery, I fell into the trap of measuring my immediate progress. Do I feel better today than I did yesterday? Do I feel better this week than I did last week? This month versus last month? Problem is, OCD would never let me feel like I was getting better, right? OCD would whisper in my ear, you don't feel better today than you did yesterday. You're still having thoughts. You don't feel better this week than you did last week. You're still having thoughts. I guess what you're doing is not working, OCD would tell me. I also made the mistake of trying to put myself on a calendar. I just hope I feel better by next month. Right? I want results next month. OCD saw this and just kept moving the finish line, kind of like, the little cat toy where you just keep moving the toy and the cat keeps pouncing, but it can't catch the toy. I had given OCD leverage, so I had to figure out what to do to take away that leverage. So if OCD is not going to let me think I'm getting better, if it's going to keep moving the finish line, then I can't worry about that. So what I did is I focused on the only thing that I controlled, not what I didn't control, right? I don't control whether I have the disorder. I don't control when the thoughts come. I don't control the details of the thoughts, and I don't control how long it takes to recover. What I do control is whether I do the things that make OCD weaker in the moment each time OCD taps me on the shoulder. And I trusted that if I did that over and over, that getting better would take care of itself. That worked. And there's also another very helpful technique to take away another point of leverage that OCD has. I set a reasonable goal, right? I had read the day after my diagnosis that OCD cannot be cured, and that demoralized me. And I asked my doctor about it. I said, "You didn't say anything about not being able to be cured." And I was upset. And my doctor tried to calm me down. And he said, "Look, professionals debate this topic of cure all the time. They don't even know what causes OCD, much less whether it can be cured." He goes, "What I want you never to forget is that it's possible to get to a place where you live virtually symptom free. It's possible to get better." So I set what I thought was a reasonable goal is I just want to get to a place where the disorder doesn't adversely affect my life, right? So it doesn't continue to destroy my life. OCD wanted me to believe that I had to be completely thought free in order to have been recovered. And I said, no. Logically speaking, if I can be indifferent to the thoughts, if I can stop responding to the thoughts and the anxiety that came with it, then it doesn't adversely affect me. It seemed to me to be a reasonable goal, and I would have been satisfied with that. Fortunately, I got there and I got better than that. People ask me, "Are you cured?" And I say, "No, I don't say that I'm cured. What I say is I don't care if OCD comes back because I know what I'll do if it does. So don't worry about how long it takes. That's just giving OCD leverage. Focus on what you control. You control whether you do the things that make OCD weaker in the moment, each time, every time. I checkmated the disorder. You can too. All right. I hope this is helpful.